Zendaya seems to have made all the right moves in her career. She started at just the right time at Disney Channel, and she knew just how long to stay, and that's something we can't help but love her for. Before even leaving Disney Channel though, Zendaya had the innate ability to grab people's attention in the mainstream world and not just be known for her roles on Shake It Up and KC Undercover. She was known for her incredible fashion sense, dancing, and talent that popped through the screen as well. But why did Zendaya ultimately make the big leap from Disney Channel and branch out on her own? The answer might surprise you. Early years. Zendaya originally started her career as a backup dancer for several notable commercials and even Kidz Bop. In an interview in Glamour magazine in 2017, she described those early audition years and how much sacrifices her parents made as she followed her dreams. I was basically like, I want to do this, and my dad quit his job as a teacher to make it happen. My mom stayed in Oakland because she had 2 jobs, teaching and working at the California Shakespeare Theater at night. Those 2 jobs paid for all of our car trips back and forth for the year I was auditioning. Can you imagine how proud her parents were of her, that all their hard work and time spent paid off? After having parents that have given up so much, it makes sense that every single move Zendaya takes in her career is well thought out and planned, even her decision to leave Disney. Shake It Up troubles. It wasn't until Zendaya landed her role as Rocky Blue in Shake It Up that she really started to make a name for herself. It was apparent early on that Zendaya was a force and name to be reckoned with. She was impossible to ignore on and off screen, but in the first season of the show back in 2010, there was trouble in the waters for her and her co-star Bella Thorne. It was well known that Bella and Zendaya did not get along. It was later revealed the reason for the constant animosity was a competitive environment that the producers of Shake It Up created. It's no secret that in Hollywood, oftentimes producers who are working with young actors will create this kind of manipulative environment to get their employees to work harder. But that doesn't make it any less problematic or even slimy. Zendaya isn't someone who would play into that kind of issue, and in turn, we're sure that always problems left a bad taste in Zendaya's mouth over Disney's long term. Diversity. When Shake It Up ended in 2013, Disney, rightfully so, wanted to keep Zendaya as one of their main stars. Who wouldn't, right? But Zendaya was hesitant. She noticed a glaring problem within the Disney Channel and that she knew she needed to use her platform to fix. Diversity. It weighed on her that Disney lacked in a big way when it came to representing families and people of color. This struggle, even though ultimately was a victory for her, has to have been played in her final move to leave the Disney Channel. She was quoted in the same Glamour article talking about her decision to make this a deal breaker for the company and the possibility of her starring in another show. I didn't feel that there was any other choice. I was like, if I'm going to do this, this is how it has to be. There needs to be a black family on the Disney Channel. A lot of people who aren't people of color can't quite understand what it's like to grow up and not see yourself in mainstream media. And you know, there is so much work left to be done. I've talked about this before, but can I honestly say I would be in the position I'm in if I were a lighter-skinned black woman? No. There's a reason we're all so inspired by Zendaya, and this statement is one of the million. Because of this stance, KC Undercover started in 2015 with a black family as the stars, and Zendaya, in an unprecedented move, a producer on her own show. This was surprising for everyone involved because it's widely known that most Disney stars have such little authority and agency when it comes to the creative process of the shows they star in. But not for our girl Zendaya. She used this time to gain real experience in the industry, and it has shown as she's continued forward in her career. This leads us to our final and most significant reason that Zendaya chose to leave Disney Channel for good. Growing up. It's already very well known that Zendaya has been working for a long time to establish herself as someone serious in the industry for quite some time. She's talked about how hard it can be to gain traction when you're always held back by your current role on a kids show. There's a lot I want to do in the movie world, Zendaya said in her Glamour interview. Having a Disney past sometimes makes it difficult for people to take you seriously, so I have to pick the right projects, make sure I do the right things, take my time, and then I want to produce and create shows and movies whether or not I'm starring in them. So it came as no surprise to most people in 2018 when Zendaya announced that her show, Casey Undercover, was officially ending after 3 seasons. Zendaya was ready to pursue other things, and pursue other things she has. She's played MJ in the newest Spider-Man franchise with Tom Holland, and she was Ann Wheeler on The Greatest Showman, a trapeze artist who falls in love with Zac Efron's character. But her most significant and most notable step into the adult world is her newest adventure, Euphoria on HBO, which is the exact opposite look at the teen world that Disney portrays. Zendaya plays Rue, an insanely troubled teen that causes harm to herself and others. It's definitely the virtual opposite of her role as Casey. The decision to be playing Rue on such an adult show seemed deliberate and also very smart of Zendaya. Do we expect anything less from her? Well, no. Because yes, the show is incredibly mature and troubling, but it's widely praised by critics and fans alike. It also shows off Zendaya's acting chops in a way that the Disney show never could. So, the choice to leave Disney so that she could be taken seriously was truly the best option for her. The first big step she made was a great one, which is rare for Disney Channel actors. Zendaya is the rare exception to the rule when it comes to child actors. It seems like she has moved into the real world with grace and lots of smarts, and even though we'll always miss seeing her dance across our screens on Disney Channel, we are 100% sure that we will continue to enjoy her talents for years and years to come. What's your favorite role of Zendaya? Let us know in the comments below.